Okay. What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Thursday edition of Morning Scone presented by Brock, the Batter's Orthopedic Clinic, HUDCO Roofing, HUDCOroofing.com, Restored Motions, RestoredMotions.com, and ProChargeEV.com. Right. Hope everybody's maybe first week back to work or school, whatever it may be, after the long holidays going swimmingly. LSU got a little bit of personnel news on Wednesday. Linebacker Demario Tolan enters the transfer portal. Punter Jay Bramblett announced he is going to return to LSU for another season. That's fantastic news. I think we all know special teams were a challenge for the Tigers in 2022. So you'll have all of your specialists back. Your punter, Jay Bramblett, your place kicker, Damian Ramos, Nathan Dybert handled kickoff duties later in the season. Slade Roy's your long snapper, and Bramblett your holder as well. So all of your specialists are back. You add Aaron Anderson in the portal, and he very likely is the guy who will handle return duties for you from game one. And let's see if you can improve your special teams units, your preparation, presentation, etc. Demario Tolan entering the portal is a surprise. He's a guy that, Brian Kelly raved about Demario Tolan the week of the Arkansas game on his radio show. Even went so far as to say, remember the name Demario Tolan. Kind of told the story, had back surgery in the summer, battled to get back to return, and ended up playing a lot. I mean, there were times where he was the first linebacker in the rotation near the end of the season coming off the bench. So the fact that he was a key part of your rotation, Baskerville and Jones are going pro, Desmond Little and Colby Fields are in the portal. Man, I mean, you only got 3 linebackers returning. 3 scholarship, and then you have 2 freshmen incoming. I mean, Tolan was going to be a huge part of that defense. So it really makes you wonder, what happened there? And, maybe we'll get that answer whenever he does ultimately land somewhere. Maybe it was an NIL opportunity. I don't know, but that's confusing. But anyway. Okay, let's say some good mornings. Let me know what y'all got. Fire away as always. So we're kind of back to a regular thing here now. Drew's in school. Should be 7:30-ish start times here every day for Morning Scone. Wrap up about 8 so I can get Drew ready and get him out to school. So we'll say some good mornings here. Y'all fire away. Trey Fisher, good morning. Reagan Lee. Truex, what's good? Great to see you last night. Appreciate Truex for coming out. Truex came to Scone and Tea. However, there was no Scone and Tea. Our video producer for Whiskey and Wine took the video kit with him home to New Orleans. So Musso went to go snag the video kit yesterday after AFR to bring it over to Oliver Twist, and it was not there. So we tried to troubleshoot and do a couple of different opportunities to get the broadcast off the ground, and we were just grounded yesterday, unfortunately. So next week, but good to see you, Truex. Appreciate you coming out, man. Next week we will. So the guys that own Oliver Twist also own Rock Paper Taco. So and they have a new menu coming out. So next week we're actually going to do Scone and Tea from Rock Paper Taco on Perkins, which is just in front of Oliver Twist. But if you're going down Perkins, like across from the Batter's Clinic, you can't miss it. It's got the big light up, Rock Paper Taco sign with the running lights. You can't miss it if you're going down Perkins. But that's where we'll be next week. Let's see. Brant Roban, morning, Matt. Need your help. Hate to bring this up, but it's insufferable living here in Vol Country. My buddies are ready to give me hell over the rumor of Booty and the staff in Atlanta. I don't know what else to tell them other than it's a big rumor. They say, oh, it's a bad look. Okay. Then just ignore them. I mean, that's what fans do. They try to point out all the negative things. Like there's a lot of people who are laughing at A&M today because they hired Um, Bobby Petrino is their OC. Bobby Petrino has won everywhere he's been. I mean, he turned Montana State into a playoff team. Got them into the FCS playoffs 2 out of his 3 years. He went to Fayetteville and darn near pulled off an upset of Arkansas this year. When he was at Louisville the second go-round, he turned Lamar Jackson into a Heisman Trophy winner. And the first go-round, he got Louisville all the way up to number 2 in the country. They went to Arkansas and got them up into the top 5 and played in the Sugar Bowl. So I think Bobby Petrino is a really good hire. Now the question is, will Jimbo Fisher actually cede play calling and let Bobby Petrino handle the offense? But people are going to laugh at them, so let them laugh. And I hate to tell you, Brant, but they kind of have bragging rights because they came into Tiger Stadium this year and beat the crap out of LSU. So just own it, bro. Clifford Moore, good morning. John Emery's coming back? Did he announce that? That's stunning because I was told by a staff member last week they were anticipating him going. I thought, guys can change their mind. That's certainly true. Boy, that would be great news if he's coming back. Are you just looking at the post he made about Gordon? Wow, that would be huge if he comes back. Wow, that would be huge. I don't know if you that's a formal announcement. That would be huge if he comes back. But I'm gonna tell you, talking to people in Orlando last week, I told you all this. Talking to people in Orlando last week, their feeling was John Emery was leaving. Man, that would be huge if he comes back. Glenn Garner, good morning. Matt Plavidal, good morning. More comments. No more crazy comments from Larry, though. Oh, yeah. I got triggered yesterday. Ryan Rogers, Glenn Garner, Dane Bergeron, Tim Gautreau, Weston Weaver, Trivia Carter, good morning. Reed Rule, think Brody Miller's tweet about Tolan was hinting at a personal situation, sorry. Fan base can't be upset if that's the case. Maybe so. And that would, maybe. We'll see. Brad, do you usually do your show prep at home or the station? At the station. So I leave here in the morning, drop Drew off. Then I usually, unless I'm meeting clients or have errands to run, I go to the station and do my show prep there, yeah. Jay Geiger, good morning. Gary Booker, Tolan departure is big, sad news. Let's see, Brad David, you were right about how Ole Miss was going to start fast and fall apart. Crazy they ended up with 5 losses after a 7-0 start. Yeah, look, we talked about that at SC Media Days. I replayed the audio, but it was with Richard Cross from Sports Talk Mississippi. We sat there at Media Days and went through the Ole Miss schedule, and it was basically, how we didn't know how good Auburn was going to be, obviously, but I think it was man, if they get past Kentucky, they probably start 7-0, which they did. So strikes and gutters. Shane Bigfella, good morning. Brian Wynn, good morning. Jeb Whitley, morning. Matt. Heard Salisbury on Derek Carr. Do you think Hendon Hooker to the Saints in the draft is our best option for future at quarterback? Jeb, with the assets currently how they are, I think so. But if the Saints do, in fact, if Sean Payton does, in fact, go return to coaching and the Saints get an asset, right? A first-round pick, then that could change things because then you could potentially use that first-round pick on a quarterback. But if the Saints stand pat and they're picking middle of round 2 and Hendon Hooker's on the board, I would take him, yes, I would. I agree. Jason H., good morning. Dane Bergeron, Gordon doing the work to take care of Emery. Yeah, so John Emery, that's what he's posting about it doesn't, I don't know that that's an announcement that he's returning. John Emery has a picture in his Get Gordon gear. He says, let's get it done for the 2023 year at Get Gordon. I mean, a lot of that could be, you know, how are their NIL deals structured? Like, is it a calendar year? I don't know. I'm speculating. I don't know. I would love if John Emery came back. I mean, that would be great news for LSU. Because I'll tell you, man, last week conversations I had were they were expecting Emery to go, and they were already targeting portal running backs because they needed to bring in a running back. So man, that'd be huge if Emery came back. Joey B19, did y'all do Scone and Tea yesterday? We did not, Joey B. I kind of told this when we started the show. We had a lot of technical issues. Well, we didn't have technical issues. We didn't have a kit because the producer we used the same kit for Whiskey and Wine and Scone and Tea. You know, the video kit, the streaming software, everything. And our producer for Whiskey and Wine didn't bring the kit back to guarantee. He brought it home with him to New Orleans. So when Musso went to go get the kit yesterday to bring it to Oliver Twist, it wasn't there. So it was in New Orleans. So we did not have a show yesterday. Jason Mobile, good morning. Can y'all please try not to get Matt's blood pressure up today? Peter Fennert, where's Boomer Larry? Kyle Milliken, Matt, who in the NFL would you compare to Hendon Hooker? Just skill set, Josh Allen. Big, tall guy, can move, big arm. Pretty deep ball, can stretch the field. I'm kind of running through starting quarterbacks in my head. Herbert. Just think big, tall. Like, I mean, Hendon Hooker's 6'5". Hendon Hooker is, they list him at 6'4", 218. Herbert they list at 6'6". Allen 6'5". So I mean, like that big, tall, athletic guys who can stretch the field, guys like that. I'm not saying he's going to be them in the pros. I'm just saying if you're looking for a physical skill set comp, that makes sense. YouTube, do us a favor, smash that like button if you would. Facebook, please like the page, share the post, like the page, share the post. Where are we? Clifford Moore, good morning. Kelly Gross, Craig Duga, good morning. Reagan Lee, maybe homesick, maybe tampering, some grades. Like, guys, please don't speculate. I'm asking you nicely. Like, don't do the thing that I don't like, which is you just start guessing at what it could be. Because then you start putting stuff out there that isn't necessarily true. And I don't know. I'm telling you flatly, I don't know what's up with Demario Tolan. I'm telling you, I don't know. I haven't even tried to call anybody on staff to find out or anything. So I don't know. Dale Broussard, heard Kentucky DL Justin Rogers visits BR this week, top 50 out of high school. The fourth highest ranked signee ever for the Kentucky football program, Justin Rogers, signed as a freshman in 2020, played sparingly in the COVID year, played in all the games a year ago, and then really kind of broke out this year. So one more year in college, possible opportunity for Justin Rogers to blow up. And man, if he wants to come be part of this rotation down here, that'd be awesome. You take him in a heartbeat. Bubba Smith, hey Dad, good morning. Chase Pellegrin, good morning. Michael Richard, good morning. Michael Richard from the Best Bank, what's going on, man? Jeff McKithen, Mick Still, good morning. Brant Roban, when will you be able... Brand Robin, when will we be able to bet on NCAA baseball? I want to put money down on LSU winning the Natty. Is there a certain section of FanDuel or DraftKings to do it? You have to wait for the futures odds to come out, but you could bet on college baseball. So you'll see a college baseball tab whenever they have the odds out, maybe out now. Craig, I'm not gonna lie, the Get Gordon jingle is as catchy as the Hudco jingle. Let's see. Oh, good. Craig Dugas said Alexander's just posted their liquor lottery. Time for me to not win a pappy. I was wondering if I was over there a couple days before Christmas. Erica ordered something from there, like some barbecue wrap or bacon wrap shrimp or something like that. And I was wondering why they hadn't done their raffle yet. Brant, let's see. Have you heard anything about Brian Kelly in the past, bashing or cursing his players on the sideline, blaming staff for losses to the media? Some of this hate for Brian Kelly references him being like that. I haven't seen it. Yeah, Brant, I mean, that was always part of his sort of MO, as that he was kind of this red-faced guy yelling on the sideline. That was definitely part of his sideline demeanor. He even said when he was hired, if you go back and watch his introductory press conference, he got asked a question about that, and I think he said, even as a coach, I'm paraphrasing, even as a coach, you get older, you mature, you handle some of those situations differently. So, but yes, I mean, that was a legit thing with Brian Kelly, was that he was like so animated, angry, yelling, red face on the sideline that like he needed to tone it down. Yeah, that was the thing for sure. Ryan Amanda Guidry, Aaron Everett, the amount of players that are or were in the portal is crazy. The days in which we live. Darren Reeves, what's going on? Dale, no, I do not use BetOnline. I use DraftKings. I mean, I endorse DraftKings, and I use companies and products that I endorse. So I use the DraftKings Sportsbook app. So if you're going to sports bet, please use the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use the promo code Baton Rouge. Smash that like button if you would there on YouTube. If you're new, please subscribe up to the channel. Facebook, please like the page, share the post, like the page, share the post. Vincent Palazzo, Jameis Winston is a franchise quarterback. I don't know that I can agree with you, Vincent. This is now 2 franchises that have cast him aside. Gary Booker, only people laughing about the Bobby Petrino hire are those who don't know crap about football. He just got to leave the interns alone. Okay. Matt Plavidal, should put in Petrino's contract no motorcycles. See, Brant, people are cracking their jokes about Petrino. Kyle Milliken, I was thinking Josh Allen, also a big physical mobile quarterback with a rocket arm. SC Stoner, what's going on? Rapping badges, y'all come to the PMAC tonight, support the Lady Tigers. What time do they play? There's Texas A&M tonight at 8 o'clock, late tip. Texas A&M tonight at 8 o'clock. All right. Reed Rule, another laugh at A&M. Their basketball game at Florida got delayed because they forgot their jerseys at the hotel. I saw that. And they were assessed a technical foul as a result. A&M forgot their jerseys at the team hotel. Kyle Milliken, Hendon at this point is probably further along in his development than Josh Allen was out of college. Doesn't mean he will be as good as Josh. Encouraging if you get him. Yeah, keep in mind, so Hendon Hooker's 24 years old. Like for perspective, Justin Herbert is 24 years old in year 3 in the NFL. Josh Allen is 26 years old. So, but yes, coming out, that's fair. That's fair to say. I mean, Josh Allen was coming out of Wyoming and really blew up at the Senior Bowl and has continued his development and progression during his NFL career. But yeah, that's definitely fair to say. That Hooker at 24 years old, finishing his 5th year of college, is further along than Allen was as a 21-year-old coming out of college, 22-year-old. Bailey C., glad to see you're a sneakerhead. I saw the light 2 years ago. Got my all whites on right now. Shane O'Mac, good morning. Would you take Kyler Murray straight up for Peyton if Arizona refuses to trade their top 5 pick? No. I would not. Trey Guy, good morning. Because I would not take a quarterback coming off an ACL that has yet to prove he can be a consistent winner in the NFL. Good morning, Trey Guy with Tolan in the portal. Are there any linebackers in the portal LSU is targeting? Not that I know of right now, man. And that's something worth doing a deep dive into. And I'll look into who's in the portal and who may be. But I'm telling you, if that sticks and Demario Tolan leaves LSU, they have got to go add portal linebackers. Like that's no longer a want. That is an absolute must. Like you've got to go add bodies at that position. You can't go into next year with 5 linebackers. And 2 of them are true freshmen. Let's see, Joey B. Who do you think will be LSU's biggest competition in the West for baseball this year? It's hard to say anyone other than, look, Ole Miss is the defending champ, but so it's hard to say anyone other than them. But Arkansas, and then you can't ignore what Schlossnagle did last year in year 1 at A&M. And with their NIL money, they're loading up their roster. And there's a reason that those 2 teams are top 10 as well. So, I would say Arkansas, A&M, LSU, that's probably where the conversation's going to start. Your fun say yeah. Jason H, Bad News Birds won. Yeah, nice to see the Pellies get a win last night. Trey Guy, I destroyed the like button. Thank you. A couple more. Wendell Norman, what's going on? Vincent, the Sean Payton fascination is overblown. Joked with better teams in the playoffs every year but one. Yeah, Vincent, I think that's stupid. I'm not saying you're stupid. I think that's stupid. I don't know how you can say you choked in the playoffs when, look at 2017. You had a young team. You got down on the road to Minnesota. Your rally and an all-time miracle play, such that they've literally dubbed it the Minneapolis Miracle, beats you. 2018, you get beat by one of the worst calls in the history of the NFL. Otherwise, you would have been in the Super Bowl. 2019 was obviously similar, and you lose to Minnesota. Kyle Rudolph's touchdown at the end of the game. And then in 2020, Jared Cook drops a ball, and Leonard Fournette and Devin White have a day, and you lose to Tom Brady. There's no shame in it, man. It's hard to win in the playoffs. Aaron Rodgers is one of the greatest players of his generation. He's won 1. Dan Marino won none. John Elway, it took him to the very end of his career to finally break through. As great as Peyton Manning was, he got 2, and he got the second one really no thanks to him whatsoever, because he stunk by the end, and it was really his defense. So that's just a complete lack of understanding of how hard it is to win in the postseason. And I think maybe that's sort of the Brady Belichickification of football fans. They've brainwashed, or Saban, they brainwashed you into thinking that's easy, when in reality what you're watching is literally the greatest in the history of what they do. Sean Payton's ability to innovate, create, develop offense, develop quarterbacks is astonishing. It's why he's sought after the way he is. Everybody in the NFL can't be wrong, Vincent, and you're right. Hang on. All right. Just a couple more minutes. My apologies, y'all. Got to get going here. Where are we? Shoot. Eric Waterrider, morning, Matt. 100% with you on the potential need for a veteran quarterback. Worried now that Daniels is named the starter, who in reality will actually want to come. Eric, that's probably a little short-sighted. Like, look at a place like Vanderbilt, which brought in like 4 quarterbacks 2 years ago, all who had played other places. You bring them in, people compete. They're guys who would just want to be on an SEC roster. That's not a problem. Jeb Whitley, Matt, do you think LSU basketball wins 18 games this year? Yes, I do. That would mean they would need 6 more. It would mean they get to 7 in conference play, and I think they will. I think 7 and 11 in conference play is doable. I'm actually really hoping for 8 and 10. That was my target before the season, so I do think they'll get to 18. Chet Buxton, good morning. West Weeks played well in the bowl. Granted, Purdue was terrible. But Tolan had passed West Weeks as the first one off the bench. Mountain Dew, good morning from Atlanta. Jerry DeLucky, good morning. What happened with Oliver Twist last night? The video kit was mistakenly brought to New Orleans. Chet Buxton, sabotaged by the video guy. Edward O, good morning. Who win the Natty first, Kelly, Mulkey, or Johnson? Y'all, I legit think Jay Johnson, like LSU is going to be the betting favorite to win it this year. And I think Mulkey will have a great shot next year. Damon Perkins, what's up? Yeah, Vincent, go away. Brandon, what's like? It's just such a stupid narrative. Like to be in a position to win that many games to get into the playoffs and to just not acknowledge the fact that it's hard to win in the NFL, win consistently get to the playoffs and win in the playoffs. It's just so short-sighted. So I mean. Fine. Everyone in the NFL is wrong, Vincent. All of the owners, all of the GMs, all of the analysts, everyone who spends their life around the NFL, they're all wrong about Sean Payton being an elite coach. And Vincent Palazzo on Morning Scone is right. My bad. You got us all. Okay. Y'all have a great day. Brant, where can I find the Texas A&M clip? It's somewhere on Twitter. It's from one of the Yale practice videos. You can find it. Darren Reeves, Dale Broussard, appreciate y'all. Okay, y'all have a great day. As always, shout out to Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. You need an orthopedist, go to Brock. Hudco Roofing's pinned in the chat. Tons of rain earlier this week. Our phone's been blowing up. Let us come do a roof inspection. HudcoRoofing.com. Restored Motions, if you have pain, call Crystal Poche. Book an appointment at restoredmotions.com. And been telling y'all more and more about ProCharge. We are rolling now over at ProCharge EV, ProChargeEV.com. If you are a business owner, look into the benefits, whether you drive an EV or not. People do. Look into the benefits of installing an EV charging station at your place of business. And we can help. ProChargeEV.com, ProChargeEV.com. Okay, y'all have an awesome day. LSU Daily is live already. Go back and check out Rosters to Riches, which published yesterday if you missed it. Jay Johnson was our guest. Great episode. And AFR3. Peace.